Told you once, and I'll tell you twice. The way I feel, here's my advice. I told you once, and I'll the way I feel, here's my advice. And I'll tell you twice. The way I feel, here's my advice. I told you once, and I'll tell you twice.
Hey, Miss Tanika, what's going on, girl? You know I had to give you a call back and rock your world and say thank you so much. You know, every time I hear your lovely voice, I just seem to blush and I can't get enough. I figured I'd give you a little call back and do it a little different for you, something you've never had before from me, a Brighter Day instrumental, baby. So let's get it, all right? Ooh, yeah, I said, hey, I said, hey, I said, hey, yeah, I said, hey, Miss Tanika, it's nice to meet you. You a radiant, positive light. I love everything you do, day or night. I think that I'm with you. Everything is all right. I hope you having a beautiful day, as beautiful as you, because you deserve the best out of life, and it's true. I hope you understand that I appreciate you, even if I don't always get over to your station to make you smile. Just know that I'm thinking of you and everything that I do. I hope you having a great day, Miss Tanika. That's all I wanted to say. Hey.
Good morning, everyone. This is Tinka Drake, and you, of course, are tuned into God's gift through His Word. So on today, we are going to be talking about cuffing season, and of course, it's fitting because we are almost to that point where we will be stopping in February. So today, we are going to be discussing keeping your guards up, and this is more of a message tailored for ladies. So ladies, this is specifically for you. Gentlemen, I have not forgot about you, but I'm going to be working on the ladies as we progress into February with this Valentine's Day that makes cuffing season even more challenging out of all of the other holidays that have come upon us. One of the holidays that gets so many women down and depressed, some men as well, but women especially, because you want someone there to love you and all of that wonderful stuff. And there are men that, males anyway, that will be waiting on that time frame. So we are going to go ahead and talk, and then of course, like we like to do on the cuffing season, I'm just going to have the message, then we're going to have the scripture. Okay, so I always want to put all that good stuff and save it for the last, so we can really understand who we believe in and what we are doing. So, you know, we got to stop, ladies, falling for what males say. And notice how I said males, because it's not how men will treat you. Men will treat you differently. So if you have a male, one of the aspects of a male is just his anatomy, him having a job, being able to procreate, and that's about it. There's nothing else that he really wants to do. Conversations of substance are lacking. Understanding what he needs to do as far as you go as a lady, it's not there. Okay, so there's a lot of things that we as ladies have to pull on and do ourselves, because some of the men that we are dealing with, they are not men, they are just males. So we have to know the difference between a male and a man, okay? And making sure you find a God-fearing man, not a male. You might find a God-fearing male. That's not the same thing. So we have to be mindful. So when we're going through all these things, just be careful. You know, it's so easy for women to get trapped up with what males say. And they can speak good speak, and they can talk all kind of things that sound good. But remember, show and prove. They must have action, and you have to really weigh it out. Like, you have to really watch And sometimes watching for a good 6 months is not enough time to tell if that person is stable enough to show you that they're going to be able to handle the responsibility as a man in the household, or even as a dating capacity. Sometimes women automatically believe they should go Dutch. Me, I don't believe that. I don't believe women should go Dutch, period. If you have to even think that with the man that you're dating, you don't need to date him. You might as well, if you're going to go Dutch, just take yourself to your movie by yourself. It doesn't make sense to do that. And if you're going to go Dutch, then he should meet you there and you meet him there. And then you don't have to worry about going on a date because you'll pay for yourself. He'll pay for himself. If we're going to do the whole Dutch thing, do it all the way. If you're going to date a woman, then take her out. Women and women, if you're going to accept a date, make sure that he knows you're not paying for anything. That is the standard of women that we have dropped. Standards of women have dropped. They just believe they have to do everything. And if you have to do everything, then that's not okay, because we have dropped the standard so bad that women have to pick up every single thing. And you've got to get tired and frustrated of doing that. If there's not a man that can take you out all the way from start to finish, then you don't need to be on a date with him. Period. What is this about reaching into your change purse and starting to pay for yourself if you go on a date? If a man can't afford to take you out, he doesn't have any business taking you out. And if you can afford to pay for your own movie, then my dear heart, take yourself out on your own date. And I've done it many times. Not to say that I'm hard up and I'm lonely and all of that. No, but I do not want to be in some kind of weird relationship where the person automatically feels that because they've taken me out to a little movie and a dinner, that they get the whole smorgasbord behind it. No, you don't. And women, we have to stop believing that because someone pays for you to go out to a movie that you have to give them sex in return. You're not a prostitute. You're not an escort. If that's the kind of benefit that you're thinking you have to do now that I have given you X, Y, and Z, now I got to put out. No, you don't. And so if you're going to go Dutch, I would suggest you go Dutch all the way, which means I'll meet you at the theater. I'll take myself home. You take yourself home. If we're going to do Dutch, let's do it the right way. Don't do the Dutch and this man is saying he's going to take you out because he doesn't need to take you out. That's a problem with some of us. We give men, some of these males and some of these men, we give them too much power. And then we end up hurt. Then we end up sad and bitter. Keep your guard up until you are sure. Some men come and they're showing you all these type of actions. And so they look good, but still you have to watch because they still got to prove some things to you. It's not for their benefit. It's for your benefit. And so if you've already been through a relationship which was hard and there was already a man who broke your heart like really badly, the last thing you need to do is put yourself in another situation like that. So you need to watch, be mindful. God is not calling us to just love everyone and not be wise. You must love everyone. But as I was sent a video and it was talking about people being put in their place. And that's exactly what we need to be doing. We need to recall and remember that certain people come into our lives for a certain reason and purpose. Don't give them a title when they don't deserve it. Don't give them a title when that's not what they are. Be careful of giving people titles in your life. If someone's your friend, then make them your friend. If you want them to be your mentor, then treat them accordingly. If you don't want that, lose the title. And sometimes I put titles on people and I probably shouldn't. So we got to be careful of titling people, giving them titles and all this stuff, because it's really going to jack up your head. And I mean that in the most sincere way. And I mean emotionally and psychologically. You will damage yourself by giving them a title that they're not deserving of, but you gave them that title. So be careful. Just be mindful. So while you're doing that, just enjoy your aspect of your life. And some of us ladies, Some of us are finding us single, okay? Some of us are finding us single, and some of us are finding ourselves as single moms. Now, being single can be a challenge, especially when you have children. There's no man for you to call to help you change light bulbs, lift up these heavy things upstairs and stuff like that. But you can do it. And I'm not saying God won't provide you a spouse. I'm saying until God does, if he does, you keep doing as the Father would have you to do. We get so caught up in wanting to have a man or wanting to have a woman, just like society is always pressuring, and then we wonder why divorces is out of control, because we pressure people to get married so that they can have sex. And then when they do, they say, the sex wasn't even that great, and now we end up with another couple that just got married for the wrong reasons, and they end up divorced. We have to not be desperate and watch what we're doing. So for me, I realized a lot later, after my particular marriage and my divorce, that the power you give to someone is the power that they hold over you. But when you take your power back, you're able to move differently, act differently, and you really won't be so torn up all the time. That's one of the things that we have to understand and get under control. Men are a gift when they come into your life if it's the right man. But not everybody is right for you. Okay, so we have to be mindful and be careful. Keep your guards up so that is like a boundary. You know who you're going to let in, and then the rest of the time you watch. Sometimes people feel, well, I've known you for, almost 3 years, and you still, yes, I still have my guards up. Not because I want to shun anybody, but you have to see where people stand. And for me, I love to push my envelope, my emotional envelope, to see what's going on with me. And so anytime I feel like I like someone, I go ahead and I make it known. Now the response of that person tells me where to put them. So if the person says, yeah, I'm not feeling you that way, or I think we're just better as friends, know that they're friend zoned out. Know that that's where they stay, that's where they go, and that's it. So the next step for me would be to move them into a different capacity, but keep them in the friend zone. And when you're in the friend zone, you already know they don't get to come out and do what? No. The guard is there as a protection, and it's a boundary. So I don't want you having like guards up like, oh, I can't trust this for this. No, open yourself up enough to let your guard down to see, but always have your guards up, because you need those boundaries as a protective mechanism to make sure that if you're going to get hurt, and you might get hurt, at least you know you can bounce back a little quicker because you still had your guards up. It's almost like if they said that to you, like, I kind of figured anyway. So not to be negative or pessimistic, just you have that in the back of your mind. And if that is something that happens, guess what? You know that person is not the one for you. They might have all the qualities that you like. There are qualities about them that you like. That is what attracts us to certain people. The qualities, their mannerisms, certain things they say, the way they handle you or they deal with you. You start to like the characteristics of that person. So if those are the characteristics that you like, then make a mental note of it or write it down. Like, my friend has these characteristics. Now, if I could find someone, if the Lord would send me someone with these characteristics, oh, it'd be perfect. It'd be beautiful. See, that's what we need to start focusing on. Not so much as the individuals that come into our life, because some of the people that come in are not really worthy of some women that they get, truly. And women need to remember who they are, and they have forgotten. Women, you are the treasure. You are the prize. You are the special gift, okay? And until you realize that you are the treasure, you are the gift, you are what people fight for. Even in battles, there are men that fight other men for women. Women, you are a treasure. Okay? You are a treasure. So start looking at yourself like that. If there is a man that doesn't see you as a treasure, he's not for you, and you are not a treasure for him. You're a treasure for somebody else who's going to cherish you, adore you, love you, want to care for you and about you, all of you. You, and if you have children, he will love them and he will love you. He will protect you, not in a bad way, but in a good way. God has set this order up in such a way that there is someone that will be your protector. God is always your protector. But then he'll send you someone who will also be your natural protector. So please remember that this cuffing season is going to be a little rougher because, man, 2020, we're doing all kinds of things. And I just want you guys to understand, you are the treasure, ladies. Treasure. Some men don't get it. And those are the ones that you need to step away from. Acknowledge that, yes, you had a good run with them, but you're no longer in that space. Sometimes we have to take a step back, focus on who we are, whose we are, and enjoy that. Being single is not a bad thing. For me, let me tell you some positives of being single. I don't have anybody to cook for except for my children. I don't have it to check in with anybody. I don't have to ask anyone permission to go here, there, and the third. I can stay out if I want to, if I have someone to watch my children as late as I need to without having to hear where you've been. I don't have to worry about someone cheating on me because I'm not in a relationship like that. I don't have to check up on nobody. I don't have no trust issues with no one because I don't have to deal with a relationship. I enjoy being single, and my perspective is different because I went through a very toxic marriage. So I'm going to be enjoying my single life. Single. Yes. Singleness is a gift. So God has given me the gift of being single, and I am happy for it. Start embracing your season. Start embracing the life in which you have. Start embracing that. Don't look at being single as negative. Please don't do that, because we have been shunned. People that are single, it's almost like they treat single people like they're lepers. Like, what's wrong with you? You single, ain't got a man, you ain't got a woman. Who cares? If you're single, embrace it. Love the gift that is being given to you, just like Paul had emphasized. We have to stop thinking that, being single is the worst thing. No, it's not. It gets you the opportunity to be closer to the Lord. And I always enjoy reading all different books of the Bible. And in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, we're going to read verses 6 through 7. And it says, I say this as a concession, not as a command. I wish that all men were as I am, but each man has his own gift from God. One has this gift, another has that. So listen, Paul being unmarried, Paul is talking about the gift of being single. That means also being celibate. So in the notes it says this, as I am unmarried, Paul views his celibate lifestyle as a gift from God that made it possible for him to accept his unmarried state and use it in the service of his Lord. And that's what we have to look at. Being single, you can devote all your time to the Lord. Because see, when you're a mother or a father and you're a single parent, you don't have anything else to focus on, especially if you're not dating anybody. You don't have anybody else to focus on except for your children, just getting you cooking their meals, taking care of them on a daily basis. But your kids don't run you. You have to be mama and our daddy, and you are the one that takes care of them. So you're praying. You're praying, you're focusing on the Lord. You are focusing because you don't have a husband to worry about. You don't have a wife to worry about with kids. You can devote all your time to the Lord. And you can cut off people if you need to, because there's nothing saying that you have to have certain people in your life. And if you don't want to talk to somebody, you have the right not to. And you can move and go as you want. I am so thankful that God has blessed me with a unique life that I don't have no attachments to anybody. And I'm thankful for that. I don't have attachments to a job. I don't have attachments to a boyfriend, a lady, a boyfriend. I don't have attachment to a man, period. So free to do what I need to do as God is leading me. So obedient to move when I need to move, obedient to talk to whom I want to, not cut off. Just, there's so much freedom in just enjoying what God has given to us, that if we focus on Him, focus on God, everything else will fall into place. But if you focus on, oh, I gotta get a man, I gotta get a woman, you're being desperate, and you're gonna get somebody that is not right for you. And to undo the damage that you put yourself in, because God's gonna definitely undo it, He's gonna have to go in and spiritually undo all those messed up knots that you put yourself in. God has to fix the mess you put yourself in, because God didn't tell you to go marry that person. Be honest. So for some of us that got a divorce, some of us went and married the wrong person. That person wasn't a believer. That person was never for us. That person was straight wicked, and you married a wicked person. God had to break you out of that thing. Truly. So I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a blessed, motivated day. Remember, ladies, you are the treasure. You are the treasure. You are. If a man can't see that you're a treasure, you don't need to be dealing with him. Only deal with people that can see your value, know your worth. Some of us are Proverbs 31 women, but you as a Proverbs 31 woman need to wait for that right man. Whether he's your Boaz, whether he's your Job, whomever it is, you wait. Don't you go off and go run and go marry somebody else. Just wait. It might be hard to wait. I know you want to get on all those dating apps. And if you want to, more power to you. Go out there and date. But you better be mindful when it comes to getting married. Watch that out. Because there are pastors that believe dating is not biblical. And I'm not really sure on what side I fall. I just know if that's something that you want to do, that you personally want to do, you go ahead and do it. Me right now, I'm not really feeling that. I'll look around, but I'm not trying to hitch on to nobody because I'm finding that some of these men, just talking to them, they start to act wackadoodles. So I can't be attached to another wacky person. Just came out of that. Not even interested. So guards are always up, because I always see men as predators. And not all men, just some men. And you have to watch them, because if you watch them, you can see them, talk to them, listen more than you talk, ladies, because sometimes you get yourself entangled and ensnared and trapped because you give out too much information too soon. Hold some things back. That is also a protection mechanism for you. Not to say you're going to just lie. No, you're not going to lie. You're just not going to tell so much stuff about yourself in the beginning. Leave some things to quietness. Leave some things out. Let that person tell you what they're about. You just listen. When people come and talk to me, and men, oh girl, you looking so nice. Oh, thank you. Let them talk. You listen. You listen. So I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys, once again, will have an amazing Saturday. And remember, cuffing season, I will be doing some more. Sorry, it's been a little bit off and on with the different Saturdays, but we get it in. We get it in. So remember to tune in each and every day to God's gift through His Word with your lovely host, Tanika Drake. And I want to encourage you for the book signing. Please do come out and support. If you're going to be in Southern California, please come out to the Barnes & Noble in Hawthorne. I'm in off of Hawthorne Boulevard in Torrance, California. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys. So please do come out. I can't wait to meet you guys. Can't wait to talk to you guys and give out my free 10 books for the first 10 people that sign up. So don't forget to sign up because you may or may not get a book. So remember, you come to the event and I'll get to meet you, talk with you. And I can't wait. Tell everybody you know. Tell all your friends. Tell everybody because there's no limit on who can come. So if you want to bring 10 people, bring them. The more the merrier. Please just let me know so we can have enough things for everybody because we'll be doing candy bags. So I want to make sure that I have enough for everyone. So I'm going to get out of here. Remember to be blessed, motivated, and always inspired to do what God has laid on your heart. And don't forget about the SoCal Podcast Explosion. I'm going to be looking for volunteers to help me. And this year, we may still use the same venue at the Grafton Hotel. But if you want to be a vendor, I would like to find at least 2 or 3 vendors that would like to show up. So if you know anybody who would like to be a part of this unique event that we're doing, please do so. And we don't know, but we'll see what's going to happen for 2021. Some changes will be coming up as I'm watching what's going on. So I hope that you will be blessed, motivated, and inspired. And I'm not sure if this might be the last year that the SoCal Podcast Explosion will be in California. So please do make it a point. If you can get out here this year, please do, because it may not be back here again. So it might only do a two run. This might only be the second year and then it might be done. So I'm going to get out of here and I will talk to you guys again soon. Thank you guys for being so supportive and tuning in.
You know what time it is. Yo, check it out. It's your main man, Cyber Shots. God's gift through his word. And how I found this station was on the Guru Warrior station when you called in and left an inspirational message. I heard the message. I liked what you said. Then after that, I hit that star button and been following you ever since. That's right. So make sure you check out God's gift through his word. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.
Hey, what's up, my girl? It's me, your girl, the Guru Warrior. This is a private message, the Guru Show. Act like you forgot me. Anyway, I'm glad you did that. I'm going to play it on every single episode now. Okay? I just got it, and I'm working with the dinosaur phone. For some reason, my computer doesn't want to work with Anchor, so I have to think about talking to some of the tech guys. Anyway, yay, I'm so happy for you. I may end up on your show. I'm going to see how we do this. It'll be a surprise, but I'll come in and say hi, hopefully. All right? Somebody's got to remind me. It's Guru. Peace.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Gloria TP5 from Grown Up Eruptions, telling y'all that you better tune in to God's gift through his word. Say what's up to Tanika Drake and tell her I sent you, all right? Because the girl got it going on with the scriptures, very peaceful and gentle, and the girl knows what she's talking about the verses. I'm a youngin', and I know it's a little hard to understand the Bible, but she makes it easy and simple. So y'all better tune in and tune in to God's gift through his word with Tanika Drake, y'all. Peace and love, and remember God is always, always, always on time.